cultists use the Aeon Stone to empower luck. We must hurry! The time is finally...
Come, Akatus. Cleave through your enemies with the might of our God. Lan Mulan, your death. battle shall end.
Engage that alarm. Recognize me.
I know not how these mortals remind, but they shall not do so again. I am your foe. You shall face me. I need only my own might to defeat you. Full now, little mask bearer, let us see how you handle my true might. I should have killed you long ago, mask bearer. stopped. You think you can win? I am Elsweyr. You cannot lift me. Fools will die. Fools are undone. The new moon shall rise. Well fought, Dragon God. Lot Vulan is slain. Now I shall ensure that nothing remains.
We fought hard for this victory, Dragon God. To save the people of Elsweyr, of all Tamriel, from Lot Vulan's tyranny. But our battle does not end here. Like those who came before, we'll fight the dragons that plague this land until the day that plague ends. And for all those who lost their lives today, I say this prayer. May your flames burn eternal.
You should have seen the battle, Mother. Flames and ice, swords and arrows. It was spectacular.
Mother must say, slaying dragons is certainly a step up from stealing temple heirlooms.
You'll never let that one go, will you?
there, hero. Have time for a chat? We did it. Senchal is finally safe from Lotvulan and the Order of the New Moon. There are other dragons to contend with, of course, but we'll defeat those too, won't we? Just like the Dragon Guard of legend. I've actually been thinking a lot about that, our order. I honestly wonder if it will last. Maybe Zaji and Casca will get bored and seek out another adventure. Maybe another threat will call Saisahan away. A little, but mostly the thought makes me sad. I've come to think of the Dragon Guard as a family of sorts, and I fear that if the Order disbanded, if there was no longer a reason to fight, I would lose that. I know. There's no shortage of work. I'm just being silly is all. But then there's also this feeling that our battle isn't truly over. Which is an even scarier thought, isn't it? What is the new moon that the cult worshipped? How did Lotvulan plan to rule over Tamriel? They're just questions that keep bouncing around in my head. It might be nothing, but I'm just not sure this is over yet.
Just the warrior I wanted to speak to. At long last, we defeated the Black Beast. Today we finished a battle the Dragon Guard began centuries ago. A fitting start to our own order, I must say. Brooding as usual. Nephilar may have pulled through as our ally, but he's still not one for socializing with mere mortals. He did say he wished to speak to you when you returned. If the subject comes up, let Nephilar know that he's welcome to recover in our sanctum. He's our ally, and the Dragon Guard takes care of its own. Far more confident of our Dragon Guard, I must admit. When we first formed our order, all I saw was a ragtag band of smugglers, ill-experienced and naive in the ways of battle. Ah, yes, young Aelia. How could I forget? But now I look around me and I see soldiers, tried and true. Warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to protect Elsweyr. And if that's not in the spirit of the Dragon Guard, I don't know what is. Captain? Yes, I suppose I am, aren't I? It's been a long time since I last held that rank. I failed to uphold my duty then. I allowed my Emperor to die, and watched as our empire fell into the clutches of Daedra. And now I have another chance to make things right. Not in the Empire, perhaps, but here in a land that has a great need for a Dragon Guard to watch over it. And I expect your help as well, my friend. As always.
An excellent battle, Akatus. Your might helped seal Lot Vulan's fate. He shall never challenge me again. Indeed, and our foes seem to thwart us at every turn. Lot Vulan killed Yargrandu before he could join our alliance, and his corpse was turned against us. The cult destroyed Pride Home in their efforts to acquire the mask of Alkash. Though it was no easy task to do so, the halls of the High Main presents challenges that few dare to face. Yet you conquered them all and proved worthy of Alkash's divine power. A feat few mortals can claim. You have certainly proved yourself worthy of the Mask of Alkash. Just do not expect it to ensure all your victories. Its power was only awakened through our connection. With my departure, it shall be but a mask. Not yet. We defeated Lot Vulan, but I sense another power lurking in Elsweyr. Something dark that threatens to disrupt my father's order. When the time comes for you to face it, I shall aid you. I give you my word. And keep the mask. It suits you.
My friend, you arrived just in time. I'd prefer not to face our old companion without you. Abner Tharn. According to his letter, the two of you worked together after the plane melt debacle. He even praised you. Didn't think Tharn was capable of such a thing. The old snake said he's bringing a friend along to discuss important business. He didn't elaborate on either subject, just mentioned a threat to southern Elsweyr. Between Tharn's cryptic letter and Nafalar's strange mood, feeling out of sorts. Talk to Nephilar. Find out what troubles him while I prepare for Tharn. I appreciate you dealing with Nephilar. The dragon senses my unease over Tharn's letter, which only makes his own anxiety more pronounced. Meanwhile, I need to keep myself from thrashing the old battle mage the moment I see him. Abner Tharn is conceited, opinionated, condescending, and a pain in my arse. And those are his good qualities. All that said, I have the utmost respect for the battle mage. When danger appears, we could do worse than to have Abner on our side.
The bearded one speaks as though I am not perched within striking distance and can hear every syllable he utters. I might find his hubris amusing in a different light, but the light that remains fades as darkness comes. A riddle to those hindered by limited perspectives. A profound truth to one such as I. Something ancient and powerful assaults my senses, but the path ahead is unclear. I sense a darkness. Perhaps an absence of light. It sets my scales on edge. My feeling is my own. It grew from a tickle behind my broken horn, when the fool of a battle mage opened the halls of Colossus. Now it swirls like a black storm around me. Quite unpleasant. Perhaps the new arrivals can shed clarity on what is to come.
Portal? Here? See what you can make of it.
How do you stand it? My head pounds like an orc drum.
You get used to it. And that was your best one yet.
Abner Tharn. You arrogant, vexatious son of a bleary-eyed...
Save your posturing, Sai. I missed you too, but we have a bigger problem to deal with. I see that my instructions were followed to the letter. The champion of Aquina, Sai Sahan, and the dragon Nephilar together in the same place, and I have brought Chimera. We have much to discuss. It concerns Calgrontide. Calgrontide absorbed a good deal of the Core's power before we stopped him. I hoped he was lost in the void after we dislodged him, but like us, he made his way back to Tamriel. I've been hunting for him ever since. Not just that. I pieced together his ultimate plan. Calgrontide boasted he would become the equal of Akatosh, and your dealings with Lodvolon and the cult of the New Moon suggest they were preparing for an ascension. Isn't it obvious? Calgrontide plans to become a god. There's an island off the coast, Dragonhold. In the Kunzari legends, it was the dragon's seat of power. I can't open a portal to it, I can't even scry it. It's protected by potent magic. You face the cult of the New Moon? The cultists revere Calgrontiid. They must have a method for getting to and from the island. I assume their base at the New Moon Fortress holds the answers we seek.
Strange green stone. Does that sound like what you're looking for, Tharn?
Indeed. Since I read about it in your reports, I've wanted to examine it. Chimera, can you...
No more portals, Tarn. Not right now. I have duties other than conveying you around, you know.
Oh, very well. Sai, let's talk. We'll meet our friend at the fortress.
Why would anyone open an Oblivion portal just to stop a wedding?
Can't a Khajiit nap in peace? Don't you know that interruptions at nap time cause mange of the fur? You mean other than the cultists that were trying their damnedest to disembowel us? Wait a moment. You're going back there. What in the Two Moons could possibly warrant a return visit to that awful place? Now that you mention it, I did hear a few of those nutters mentioning sending the green stone to an island, and they were certainly sacrificing something on that altar in the amphitheater. I am not a mage. I wouldn't know a portal from a hole in the ground, but that's where they were gathering the green, Aeon stone, I think they called it. If they have a way to move the stone, it must be in the amphitheater. That's where I would look. May the moons protect you on your mission. If you need a helping claw, come find me after my nap. I heard Aelia say something about meeting with the Queen of Enequina, which I take to be some sort of euphemism. As for the captain, he went to collect his special order, a case of plum brandy, the good stuff. Already storing it away, I'd wager.
Hail. best, old man. Don't pretend otherwise.
If you insist.
I expected the New Moon cultists to disperse after the death of Lotvulan. I suppose Kalgrantid has other ideas. We need to determine how the cultists reached the Dragon's protected island. And according to Tharn, the cult operates both here and on the island. They must have a way to get from here to there. The stockpile of Aeon Stone and this amphitheater are as good a place to start our search as any. That entrance has most likely been sealed in response to what you and she accomplished here. A structure as ancient as this must have other entrances, though. Let's find one and make our way to the amphitheater. Tharn will be fine. He just needs to catch his breath. Which means I get a few blissful moments without listening to his scathing observations. Now let's move quickly. Kalgrantid must be dealt with before he can complete his ascension. The fortress is built atop the cliffside, and the river runs along its base. There must be another way into the fortress along the river. I can feel it in my beard. Find another way in. Let's follow the river. This looks promising.
You found a way inside, and without my help. Good.
Back on your feet, old man? Let me know if you need a litter.
A jest. I find it hard to tell through all that facial hair. Now focus. We'll need your fighting skills inside. You never cease to surprise me, Sai.
What now, old man?
In the past, I considered you nothing more than Varen's muscle, but here you are, leading a new generation of Dragon Guard. Just contemplating how some people adapt and change. Wisdom from an empty well here in the belly of our enemy. Let's stick to the matter at hand, shall we?